A very warm welcome to all of you from Food Marketing and Technology magazine. Thank you so much for joining us. We really have been enjoying putting forward these webinars for all of you to bring about more conversation starters in the industry as it is so wide and versatile. The topic that we will be exploring today is the value of Carrageenan in 2024 from Krity Kishore, Senior Marketing Manager, AquAgri Processing Private Limited. So as you know, carrageenan as an ingredient is used in a lot of sectors and it has its own distinct uses. So Kriti will be walking us through those uses, those applications, and how the market will evolve in 2024 with the use of carrageenan. So to make this session as engaging as possible, I hope you drop any questions that you have in the chat box. All of them will be answered towards the end. So I hope you have a great session. Over to Kriti.
Thank you for the wonderful welcome. Good evening, everyone. My name is Krity Kishore, and I'm the Senior Marketing Manager of Food Solutions in AquAgri Processing Private Limited. I am glad that you all have joined at this hour of time because 5, I know everyone feels very lethargic, tired because it's going to be the end of the day. But anyways, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you for showing your respect. Thank you for showing interest on this wonderful topic, the value of Carrageenan. I would like to express my thanks to Food and Marketing Market Technology publication for giving this opportunity to us, to give us this opportunity to present this topic to this wonderful audience. So let me just give you a brief about this topic. I'll be explaining and presenting my presentation. The value of Carrageenan is basically, I will be talking more about Carrageenan, what is the source, what is the production process, what are the areas where Carrageenan can impact, and what are the values it can create in the processed food product, in the whole food metrics, where Carrageenan can be used, what is the market size, global market size, and what AquAgri can offer to the industries. So these are the headings. These are the topics which I will be talking about in this presentation. So again, once again, welcome to everyone, and thanks a lot for joining in. So Priyasha, can I share my screen now?
Yes, you can.
All right, thank you. So guys, I'm going to present my screen. Just let me know whether you are able to see this or not. Please let me know if...
Yeah, Kriti, this is good to go. Please carry on.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So as I said, and we have been, doing lots of promotion about this topic, about this webinar, the value of Carrageenan in 2024, why it is important, why I am talking about Carrageenan, about its value, everything I am going to cover in this presentation. So brief introduction I have already given, and about my company, I will be taking 5 minutes and discussing and talking about my company at the end of this webinar. So Carrageenan is basically a hydrocolloid, and it's a unique solution for various food and beverage industries. There are many products you can see in this picture. They all are different processed food and beverages where Carrageenan can be used. Carrageenan are actually used in these applications. So as I said, what is Carrageenan? Carrageenan is nothing but it's a hydrocolloid. It's an aggregator of water. Aggregator is something which absorbs water, which makes gel, which swells. So these are properties of hydrocolloid. There are many types of hydrocolloid available in the market. These hydrocolloids, they are extracted from seaweed. Seaweeds are the sea plants which are grown in sea, in ocean. Okay, there are multiple types of seaweeds available. There are broadly 3 categories: red seaweed, brown seaweed, and green seaweed. From red seaweed, we get agar-agar, we get carrageenan. From brown seaweed, we get sodium alginate, which is also an hydrocolloid. From green seaweed, very popular green seaweed is ulva, which is also called lettuce of sea. And from there we the hydrocolloid which get extracted from green seaweed is called ulvan, because it extracted from ulva seaweed. So there are many types of seaweed, there are many types of hydrocolloids available, but the popular ones are carrageenan, agar, sodium alginate. And there are some hydrocolloids which are produced from plants. Seaweed is also plant, but which are grown on the land. For example, gorgum, locust gum bean. These are the hydrocolloids. These are the gums. So when I talk about carrageenan, carrageenan is a versatile hydrocolloid, and it is extracted. It is extracted from red seaweed called Kappa-Ficus alvarezi. Okay, and some people call it as euchema, which is popularly used in Indonesia and Philippines. So Kappa-Ficus alvarezi is the species. And when I'm saying it is a versatile hydrocolloid, it means that it can be used in wide variety of applications. It can be used in processed meat industry. It can be used in dairy ice cream industry. It can be used in brewery industry, beverages, pet food, confectionaries. There are multiple industries where it can be used because it has different properties. It acts as thickener, it acts as gelling agent, it acts as emulsifier, it acts as stabilizer. So there are multiple properties of carrageenan. That's why it has a variety of role. You must be aware whenever after this webinar, you go back and whenever you get time, just buy an ice cream packet and you just see the label claim. In every ice cream, you will find 407A. That is the nomenclature, that is the code which is used for carrageenan. 90% of ice cream industry nowadays use carrageenan. Okay, so there you can find there are many companies who are using carrageenan in their dairy products, in the processed meat products. And there are advantages which are associated with it, which I'll be talking about later during this presentation. So carrageenan, there are three types of carrageenan: kappa carrageenan, iota carrageenan, and lambda carrageenan. Kappa carrageenan are firm carrageenan. They make firm gels. Okay, the gel strength is very high. So it is mostly used in where we need a good binding agent. We need a good binding property. Okay, there kappa carrageenan is being used. Iota carrageenan, they have the property of elastic gel. The gel strength is not too high. So this property mainly used in dairy industry where we don't want too much of binding or gelling property, but we want some kind of elasticity, some kind of viscosity or thickening kind of property. So there we use iota carrageenan. Lambda carrageenan are those carrageenan which are soluble in cold water and which has barely any kind of gelling property, but yeah, it increases the viscosity. So that's why lambda carrageenan is also used in many of the dairy industry and skincare range also. So when I'm saying cold soluble and hot soluble, means carrageenan has a property that it gets solubilized only when the temperature is 70 degree or above. So when at this temperature only the carrageenan gets solubilized in the water, and once it gets solubilized, it makes gel or it thickens the solution at that temperature only. Okay, that is hot soluble. And cold soluble, lambda has this property that it gets solubilized at the low temperature. So let's talk about the production process. What is the production process? It's very simple, it's very easy. We take the raw red seaweed. Okay, we grow our own seaweed in India. There are these countries, Indonesia and Philippines, they are the largest producers of carrageenan. Why? Because they have the hub of Kappa ficus cultivation. They are the hub, and they are very small countries. And India, on the same line, we we were the first company in India who has started the cultivation of seaweed. We started the cultivation of red seaweed in 1998 as a CSR activity of PepsiCo. Okay, so not going into that. Okay, so we cultivate our own seaweed, we harvest it from the seashore, then we process it with alkali solution to make carrageenan, to extract carrageenan from there, and we sun dry it, chop it, and pulverize it to make SRC, which is semi-refined carrageenan. Now the next thing is, what is semi-refined carrageenan and what is refined carrageenan? You must have heard many times that industries are asking for refined carrageenan, not semi-refined carrageenan. So it's a very interesting question, and which I would like to clarify here, that what is the difference between semi-refined and refined. Semi-refined carrageenan are those carrageenan which form a translucent and opaque kind of solution. Why? Because it has cellulose and fiber in it. They are not 100%, only carrageenan is not there. There is a percentage of cellulose and fiber also. So semi-refined carrageenan properties by both are same. So the purpose of semi-refined carrageenan is, it is mainly used in those applications where you don't want transparency. It is used in meat industry, it is used in ice cream industry, dairy industry, air freshener, pet food, confectionery. Everywhere you can use semi-refined carrageenan where you don't want the transparency. Whereas refined carrageenan is used in those applications where we need transparency. For example, we need clear gel, transparent gel, or we need to make a glazing agent, glazing, on cake or any pudding, transparent glazing. There we need refined carrageenan. What is refined carrageenan? Refined carrageenan is nothing but pure carrageenan without cellulose and fiber. So that's why the transparency increases. Okay, so mainly what happens, agar also make some kind of transparent solution. So people confuse refined carrageenan with other hydrocolloids, because there are many spurious traders available in India who sell anything on the name of carrageenan. They sell anything saying that this is pure, this is refined carrageenan, any gelling agent. Okay, so we need to understand first, we need to understand the objective. What is our objective? Do we really need the transparent one, or do we need a opaque solution? Okay, because property wise both are same, but yeah, refined carrageenan is much expensive. Global Indonesian rate, if I would say, global rate of refined carrageenan is almost $15 to $18 per kg. I don't know about India. Obviously, India, the price will be very high, but you can never get refined carrageenan within 1,000 rupees. If someone is selling you at 1,000 rupees, that is just fooling you around. Okay, so that is the difference between semi-refined and refined carrageenan. So what are the products which AquAgri is offering? AquAgri is into the production of semi-refined carrageenan, iota carrageenan, ATC chips. ATC chips means alkali treated carrageenan chips. So the chips are being made, and after pulverizing the chips, we make the kappa carrageenan. We make kappa carrageenan or iota carrageenan. And lastly, with the combination of these two products, we make specialized solutions for many industries: dairy industry, meat industry, beer industry, confectionaries, pet food, air freshener, toothpaste. So these are the industries which we cater right now, and we have specialized solutions for all these products. We need to understand that when we talk about gums, any kind of gum, whether it is guar gum, whether it is locust gum, bean gum, or agar, any hydrocolloid I'm talking about. When we make a blend, when we make a combination, the end result is very nice. Like, it is extraordinary. Your product quality improves, the texture improves, the mouthfeel improves, stability gets improved. Sometimes, because all these things, when the product is stable, obviously the shelf life also get improves, right? I can't claim it, but yeah, if the product is stable, there is an increase in shelf life. Okay, so these are the impacts are created when we have a very specialized solution, very specialized blends made with these gums. Okay, so these are the industries, these are the specialized solutions for these particular industries. Going next. So this is a red seaweed I'm talking about. This is dry Kappa ficus, which is the red seaweed. We make Kappa carrageenan using this seaweed. And these are the percentage of industries. These are the industries where carrageenan is being used at what percentage. For example, this is little old data, but yeah, still you have an understanding. You will have an understanding how much, which industry is using how much percentage of carrageenan. For example, 30% dairy has 30% of weightage of carrageenan. Okay, meat 15% 15% carrageenan is being used in meat industry. Then pet food, followed by any water viscosity product. Okay, and water gel product. So this is the pie chart for that. Let's talk about the variety of applications. Okay, in the starting I told you this is all about value of carrageenan. Okay, value of carrageenan in 2024. So which all products where we can incorporate carrageenan? As I told you, I already told you about the industries, that these are the particular industries where carrageenan can be used. Now let's talk about product wise. In dairy industry, ice cream, chocolate milk, cocoa. The main problem industry face is the problem separation of cocoa from milk. So carrageenan has a very good affinity with the protein. It makes very good suspension with all the components present in the solution, whether it is milk solution or it is water solution. So in cocoa milk, the results are very good. In chocolate milk, the results are very good. It makes a very good suspension emulsion of cocoa and milk system. Okay, then puddings, whipped cream, creamy milk desserts, cheese, so coconut milk. So these are the products where in dairy industry where we can use carrageenan. Meat and plant-based meat products. So there are many, these days we understand, as I told you, that carrageenan has a very good affinity towards protein, whether it is milk protein, casein, or meat protein, myosin. It makes very good bond with them. What about plant protein? These days, for plant protein, soya, beans, they are being used widely. So beans has also very good amount of protein. Soya has also very good amount of protein. Again, carrageenan is making a very good bond with these protein and widely used in meat industry. It gives meat-like texture to all these products. That's why plant-based meat industry has also started using carrageenan these days. So when I talk about the products, cooked ham, imitation meat, like I told you, sausages, canned meat, hamburger, these are the products where it is being used. Similarly, for beverages, brewery industry. In brewery industry, carrageenan is used as coagulating agent and anti-foaming agent. Anti-foaming agent is, for beer, all the froth which is coming on the top of the beer, sometimes it is not liked by the customers. So using carrageenan can reduce that as well. Obviously, it binds with all the proteins, all the impurities, and when we centrifuge it, it gets collected at the bottom. Okay, and you get the clear beer. And in beverages is industry, like any chocolate milk or any kind of beverage where we want to thick it up, make it little viscous, we can use carrageenan. In pet food, all kind of pet food, whether it is nuggets, pellets, or it is a syrup based pet food, carrageenan can be used as binding agent as well as thickening agent. Pharmaceutical industries, again, it can be used in confectionery, jam, jellies, marmalades, gummy candies. There also carrageenan is used as gelling agent. And apart from food industry, in air freshener gel also it is used. Toothpaste also it is being used, okay, widely. So as I told you in the starting, that there are many properties of carrageenan: thickening agent, binding agent, gelling agent, as an emulsifier, as a stabilizer. So this is a small kind of pictorial description how exactly carrageenan works. You see, these are the strands of carrageenan. This is water. Okay, it makes bond. You can see these strands are locking the water here. Here you can see they are making bonds. So here it is holding the water. Here it is making bond. Okay, similarly here as a stabilizing agent, you can see it is just making bond and locking with the other ingredients which are present. So this is how carrageenan works. Similarly, in the emulsion, you can see these are oil droplets which are getting connected with this carrageenan, thus making the emulsion very stable. Again, here you can see the protein activity. Okay, so how these protein charge, and this is negative charge on carrageenan, right? So they are making good bonds. They are attracting in positive, negative. They are getting attracted. So again, there is a stability. So this is just a pictorial description to show that whether how carrageenan is working, how it is making bonds, how it has different property, different role. Similarly, in case of interaction with protein, when I talk about meat protein or plant-based protein, so this is how carrageenan is making bond with protein. You can see with all protein molecules, it is just making these strands are carrageenan, they are making bonds. Similarly, here in milk protein, casein, you can see these are first they are separate bond, then they have together they made a good lock, good network. So this is how it is. And carrageenan, compared to other hydrocolloids, carrageenan has a very good affinity towards protein, any kind of protein, whether it is milk protein, meat protein, or plant-based protein. So let's talk about the benefits. What benefits carrageenan is having with in each application. So with respect to in dairy application, especially any kind of milk, milk beverage. Okay, so it acts as a very good stabilizer, and it inhibits the precipitation of casein through binding with casein globules. So as I was showing in the previous picture, this is how carrageenan is making bond with casein, so making it a very stable system, stable complex, and thus stabilizing the whole solution. And it is very interesting to note that in the milk system, it can be used at as low as 0.1%, okay, to make a solution very stable. It increases the viscosity of any kind of flavored milk and gives a very creamy and firm body, and increases the mouthfeel. It gives good richness to your product. I visit to many events and I personally taste the milk product, especially chocolate milk or cold coffee, some shakes. It is my personal experience those people who are using carrageenan in their product, the richness of the product is so good, like it will give you a good mouthfeel. Whereas those products where carrageenan is not being used, they are very plain, that there is no richness. It will feel like water only. Okay, so that is the difference. You can, next time when you go and drink any cold coffee or any chocolate milk, just turn around the bottle, turn around the can, and see whether it has 407 or not, 407A. You will get an understanding why that product is rich, giving a rich mouthfeel. The second one is ice cream application. As I told you, 90% of industry is now using ice cream, carrageenan in ice cream. There is one very important, reason for that, because it controls ice crystal formation. There is no ice crystal formation if you use carrageenan. There is a homogeneous meltdown. Earlier we used to see, whenever you used to have ice cream, there is a dip from the ice cream because of the high temperature. But now we don't experience that, because there is a uniform homogeneous meltdown. Okay, so that is the thing. Then it contributes to smooth texture and creamy mouthfeel, and there is no precipitation of milk casein. So these are the benefits and these are the values carrageenan is imparting in the product, especially ice cream. Meat application has multiple advantages. Uh, from where I should start, I don't know. First of all, there is reduction in the dip loss, cooking loss. We used to experience that. I think people from the meat industry could correlate that whenever you keep a meat piece out, frozen meat piece out, you will see there is dip loss, there is juices coming out from the meat, from that chicken product, chicken piece or whatever it is. But when you use carrageenan make good bond with the protein. It will lock the juices intact inside. It will lock the water inside, and thus, when you thaw it, there will be no dip loss. So first, it reduces the purging. Second, it enhances the freeze-thaw stability. It improves the texture. Your meat product, when you slice it, there will be even slicing, because there is a very nice stability, very nice texture inside the whole meat system. Okay, because the juice is get locked inside the meat, the water is also getting locked inside the meat. So what is happening? The juiciness of the product increases, right? It will become juicier, it will become tastier. Okay, and it increases ability to retain water, so the water will remain inside the meat. Obviously stabilizes the fat protein emulsion in the meat. Okay, and increases the production yield, because since there is no loss, so the production increases. And also sometimes where those meat products where the fat content is low, if we are using carrageenan, what happens? We can substitute few certain percent of fat with carrageenan, because of the gelling and binding agent carrageenan is imparting inside the meat. Okay, that is also possible. Plant-based meat alternatives application. Again, as I told you, all the benefits will remain similar to meat, but there is one advantage which I would like to emphasize, that it creates a more realistic meat-like texture and appearance. So that is one thing which is very important. Okay, it will give you a very good mouthfeel. The product will not feel dry. Okay, the juiciness will increase, because when you are using oil, when you are using water, it is getting a very good emulsion kind of thing, and everything is bind together. So the mouthfeel increases. So it will not, your product will not taste dry. It will give you a very good mouthfeel. Again, pet food application. So what happens, in the pet food, in the nuggets, it is used as binding agent. Okay, and in soupy kind of pet food, okay, there you will find that there is a uniform moisture. There will be no separation of ingredients or oil or anything, any component. So everything will be uniform. The moisture will be intact. There will be easy flow from the can. There will be no separation from fat. Everything will remain together, stick together, maintains uniform suspension, and add richness to the gravy because of the viscosity, increases the viscosity, and it keeps the meat particles, binded together and efficiently. Okay, so these are the properties of pet food applications of Carrageenan. So as I told you, these are there are other industries also. Beer application, air freshener, confectionery, toothpaste, all beer application, as I explained earlier, it is used, it binds with the proteins and the impurities, and when we centrifuge it, everything's get collected at the bottom and we get a very clear beer. Okay, it is used as anti-foaming agent. Okay, then also it improves the shelf life, no chill haze. So what happens sometimes, at the low temperature at 1 degree or 2 degree, the hazy particles which are there, they are causing the beer look very hazy, chill haze we call it. So that will be prevented if we use Carrageenan. Okay, and it also minimizes the production time, and there will be no use of, you can reduce the use of filter aid in that case. Similarly, in air fresheners, what happens, a very good and very firm gel is made, and it also reduces the synersis. There will be a uniform release of fragrances. Okay, and the shelf life, the oil shelf life of air freshener gels get improves. So appearance wise also it gets improved, and you will get a very stable gel. In confectionery also, the gel strength improves in the case of jam, jellies. Okay, and also it improves the texture and flavor. Okay, and it improves provides higher melting temperature and reduces the synersis. Similarly, in toothpaste application, excellent homogeneity, binds very well with toothpaste. Sometimes you have seen there are multiple toothpaste available in the market which have some other ingredients. Okay, so Carrageenan has the property to make a very good suspension in that. It is not like that those particles are getting collected at the bottom of the toothpaste. It never happens like that. So these were the applications and the advantages, the value Carrageenan is creating in those industries. With respect to AquAgri capacity, I am very proud to say that last year our capacity was 25 MT per month. This year we are increasing it to 50 MT per month. Next year it is going to be 80 MT, and following that year it will be 100 MT per month. So the thing is, what basically I'm trying to emphasize here, that we are going to be the largest Carrageenan producer in the country, and we are the only one right now who is cultivating our own seaweed and processing it to make Carrageenan. There is no other company in the country currently in India who has this facility of cultivation. So that is something which is the advantage, and we have complete back-end integration. We are a zero waste company. We are utilizing each and every bit of seaweed to make a value-added products. We are going to currently the capacity is 600 MT of SRC, and we are handling almost 2,500 empty SRC, raw dry seaweed annually. So that is a huge capacity. This is our product processing unit and food lab. Our whole setup is in Tamil Nadu. There is a place, Mana Madurai, which is almost 50 kilometers from Madurai. Madurai is a very big city in Tamil Nadu. So there, our setup is, the whole plant is there. We have almost 25 acre of land there where we have our agri uh, production unit, our SRC production unit, and animal feed production unit. I am very glad to share that we have some very good recognitions with our certifications: FSSAI, ISO 22000, Halal certificate, kosher certificate, DSI. Our labs are DSIR approved labs. Also in August this year, we are going to have FSSC 5.1, which is a global standard certification, which is a mandatory certification to export the product. So clearly, we will be entering the export market as well. We are currently, it's been the, I think, 13th year in this business. We are we have started the Carrageenan business since 2011. So we are an experienced company in this field. Every time when I speak to some new client, they have this question that whether it's a safe product to be used. What about the label claim? So I would like to clarify here the regulatory status that I'm reading it for you, that carrageenan are considered safe and allowed for consumption as food additive under the Food and Drug Administration regulations in USA by the European Parliament and Council regulation and by the joint FAO WHO Expert Committee on Food Additives. So these are the bodies, these are the universal bodies and global bodies who have, permitted and declared carrageenan as safe and allowed for consumption as food additives. So there is no problem of using carrageenan in the food products. Carrageenan market, it's very big market. It's $871 million market. Okay, and growing at a percentage of 6.5%. So this is the ad we are publishing in couple of magazines every month. You can see this ad on second and third page of your magazine. I have just 5 minutes more. I'll take 5 minutes more and explain you about our company, AquAgri Processing Private Limited. We are a joint venture, national venture of IFCO. IFCO is the largest fertilizer producing company in the world, cooperative in the world. seaweed is something which is a mission, which was the brainchild of our ex-president of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. When he was seeing, Indonesia and Philippines growing in seaweed cultivations, he always used to say that why not India is doing it, because India has more than 88,000 kilometers of coastal line. So he started focusing on seaweed cultivation, and our current Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, he started this drive of Blue Revolution and started focusing on seaweed cultivation. He had granted many funds for increasing seaweed cultivation at the different parts of coastal area in India. So currently we are doing cultivation at around 125 kilometer area, including India and Sri Lanka. So this has been our journey. As I told you that we have started, this seaweed cultivation project has been started as a CSR activity of PepsiCo in 1998. that time in 2005, CSM CRI got involved. We got partners with CSM CRI. In 2008, uh, the incorporation of AquAgri happened. Okay. Then in 2010, we put our first plant of carrageenan and started producing carrageenan. Along with that, we also started making biostimulant and started the marketing of that product. It's an agri fertilizer, organic fertilizer, and we started marketing it to Tata Chemicals under their branding. In 2017, we became a joint venture with IFCO. And after that, many expansions happened in the company. Now, our agri business have been completely set and flourishing by God grace. We are focusing on different industries. Carrageenan is the one, and also animal feed industry. So just an overview. This is how the rafts and how the seaweed looks when we cultivate it on the in the sea. I'm very proud to say that 75% of the workforce is women. We are cultivating red seaweed and collecting brown seaweed, and we are providing livelihood opportunities to these ladies, to the coastal communities, and helping them, run their family to have an alternate livelihood opportunity. So this is something which is the main objective of AquAgri to get started with, because we wanted to provide a livelihood opportunities to these coastal communities, because they didn't had any option apart from fishery, which is a seasonal work. Okay, so these ladies, they have now an opportunity of earning money. So that is something that the advantage they are having. So there are 8 SGD goals which we are currently fulfilling. So that is something which is very impactful, and that is the impact AquAgri is having and on the society. Okay, and these are some stats which I am just keeping it for right now. This is the award which we received in 2016 under Science and Technology Innovation Program. Thank you once again for connecting with us and having me. I'm open for any kind of questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Miss Krity, for such an insightful session. And thank you so much, everyone, for taking time out of your busy schedules to attend this session. The coverage of this session will be available in the July edition of our Food Marketing and Technology magazine. We are a monthly B2B magazine wherein we cover technical write ups and advertisements covering contemporary and relevant updates in the industry. So you can take a screenshot of the slide and reach out to us. Once again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.